Welcome to the Real Big Fruit Podcast. I'm your host, Big Fruit, the Michael Jordan of recording, also known as the voice to the streets, but better known as the glue, because I like to keep things together and keep them in a proper perspective. How y'all doing out there on this Friday morning? This is a surprise to the peoples. I know y'all ain't been expecting me, but it is what it is. How y'all doing out there on this Friday morning? Yeah, it's an early one. Y'all know how I do. I'm up early in the morning at the gig, sipping my tea with lemon, trying to get my day started. But I figured I'd jump on YouTube this morning and let y'all know that YouTube itself is a gift and a curse. Yeah, you heard me say it. It's a gift and a curse. I like to think that YouTube was a gift for me. Chewy was popping. I like to think that YouTube was a gift to me because it allowed me to get myself out there to the public, as well as it allowed me to put my old hood, or should I say community, and the homies. It allowed me to put everybody in a positive light. So I consider YouTube was a gift to me at one time. So shout out to St. Last. YouTube was definitely a gift to me at one time, but then it immediately became a curse. And I say it became a curse for me because as soon as your boy began to have some success on YouTube with St. Last, the hate came. And with the hate came exposure. And when I say the word exposure, I mean people began to expose themselves. They begin to let you know who they really are. There's no way in the world, Big Fruit should have experienced so much bullcrap, nonsense, chaos on YouTube. There's no way in the world. You know why I say there's no way in the world? Because before YouTube, if I would have walked the streets of New York City, it would have been none of that. You understand what I'm saying? It would have been none of that. Y'all know what I mean when I say none of that. But we in the age of computers. We in the age of the algorithm. And people don't care about morals, principles. They don't care about none of that. Only thing they care about is the algorithm. And the algorithm, it serves some people well. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say it can be a gift. But at the same time, it's a curse. It is definitely a curse because people, like I said, when I use the word exposure, they let you know who they are, bro. I was on the phone last night with one of the comrades. Shout out to T-Bone Blast. And we was talking, we was politicking, we was putting a lot of shit in the proper perspective. And like I told T-Bone, I said, yo, YouTube exposed so much hate and dislike from people who I never thought it would come from. Let me tell you something. I fell out with so many people because of YouTube. And a lot of the people I fell out with, I could care less, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't never break no bread, or we ain't never really have a bond. But when it come to those who I genuinely loved, broke bread with, shed blood with, did time behind a G-wall with, that broke my heart, son. That broke my heart. And like I told the homie last night, I said, man, listen, there's so many people, man, I don't have a relationship with no more because of YouTube. Because a lot of people dislike the fact that I was on YouTube. Yo, Fruit this, Fruit that. Yo, Fruit told this story, Fruit told that story. And then those be the same people in my DM wanting their stories told. So you can't appease everybody. So if you don't tell a dude's story, he dislike you. He talk about you. All that crazy shit in the streets. But let me tell you something. I hear it all. And it's surprising because I got a lot of people back home, man, especially in Brooklyn. I'm going to just say Brownsville. Shout out to Brownsville. I got a lot of people in Brownsville that's constantly checking for me, that's constantly bigging me up, that's constantly on the channel. And you know what? They don't even know me. They don't even know me. It's a lot of them, they're younger than me. They come up with the people that rock with me. So they feel a connection to me, although they don't know me, but they're my biggest supporters. It's the people that know me. It's the people that have a relationship with me. It's the people that rock with me that be doing me dirty, man. That be doing me dirty. But listen, man, I ain't here to complain about none of that shit. I'm just here to let y'all know how YouTube is a gift and a curse. And that is the truth. Listen, shout out to OG Man Dude Warrior. Yeah, that's the big homie. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of pain in the penitentiary, gang banging and all that. But he out there now doing what's right. You know what I'm saying? He out there messing with my boy CEO Haynes. They doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? They doing what they do. They in the community heavy. And I seen a short. In fact, I uploaded it on my YouTube, uploaded it on my Instagram story. I seen a short by Man Do, man. And he is going crazy on Jim Jones. He's going crazy on Jim Jones because Man Do Warrior was a gangbanger. Man Do Warrior was one of the dudes in the field. Man Do Warrior is one of the dudes who was representing blood to the fullest. And now that he's out of prison, he's a grown man now, and he look at things differently. He's out there allowing himself to be exposed as a non-gangbanger. And he was disgusted with Jim Jones when Jim Jones sat up there with Fat Joe talking about, yo, we had war. Man, dude was like, what war? What war you been in? Like, you ain't never been in the you ain't never been behind the wall. You ain't never gangbang in the prison system. You probably ain't really gangbang in the street. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Man Dude went crazy. So if you know who Man Do Warrior is, man, definitely check him out because he had a whole lot to say to Jim Jones. A whole lot to say to Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? He criticized Jim Jones for being a hypocrite. You can't be a gangbanger. You can't promote gang violence and then at the same time talk about how we need to save the youth. If you're going to save the youth, the first thing you need to do is stop gangbanging. And this topic came up because the recent Drop Your Flag challenge, and I guess Jim Jones made a statement about, yo, to each his own. You can't make a statement like that on a public platform when you're out there trying to promote help the youth or school the youth, uplift the youth. You can't uplift the youth gangbang. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, homie. It don't work like that. Yo, Shy, what's popping, homie? It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Man Do Warrior. Man Do is not playing no games with Jim Jones, huh? Man Do talking about pulling up in Harlem. He talking about pulling up in Harlem, man, and putting hands on that nigga Jim Jones. I saw that shit this morning. I woke up to it. Somebody sent it to me. I woke up to it and I was like, damn, early in the morning, man, dude going crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, YouTube is a gift and a curse. We all know YouTube been a gift to Jim Jones, but YouTube is starting to be a curse for him because a lot of people tired of the rhetoric nonsense, son. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these rappers, yeah, I said it, rappers, these rappers, they claim they real street niggas. They claim they real niggas and all that shit, son. But their actions say otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I remember growing up in the 80s, son, when being a rapper wasn't the cool thing. You know what I'm saying? Once the 90s came in the early 2000s, being a rapper was the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And hip-hop tried its best to bring street culture. I'm not talking about hip-hop culture, because hip-hop culture started in the streets. Rhyming, DJing, breakdancing, and graffiti. All that came from the street. That street culture created hip-hop. But in the 90s and the 2000s, a different type of street culture became hip-hop. And that's where people going wrong, man. Because real street dudes don't do half the shit these rap niggas do. You understand what I'm saying? Not at all. But like I said, YouTube is a gift and a curse. Because YouTube will put you out on Front Street and let the world see you. But YouTube will also expose you as a hypocrite. Will also expose you as a clown. Will also expose you as not a real one. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be careful when you're jumping on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's why I fell back crazy. Not only did I fall back because I think the people don't appreciate fruit, but I also felt bad because I'm starting to recognize YouTube is not the place for big fruit. But I can't disappoint. A lot of people out there on my line, a lot of people like, yo, don't go nowhere. We need you. The streets need you. This, that, and the third. All right, so I'm not going to go nowhere. But I'm only doing exclusive content, my man. Like, this conversation is considered exclusive to me. So I'm having this conversation with the people. But in all reality, YouTube is not for big fruit no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not going to be jumping on here telling stories no more. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to waste my time with that. I'm only doing exclusive content on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Gans from Harlem. Yeah, my boy Gans. Gans is a good dude. Gans is a dude I was in prison with who, I want to say this was around 2012. I met him around 2012 in prison, right? And Gans was a dude who foreseen a lot of the storytelling that could possibly be done in the near future when he got out of prison. So Gans began working on his craft while we was in prison. Like, I literally used to watch Gans move around, socialize with certain people, including myself, because I met him. This is how I met him. He rolled up on me, introduced himself, told me he had the Don Diva magazine with Rest in Peace Big Nut, Rest in Peace Homo, and World on the cover. And he showed me the article where my name was dropped, so he ran down on me. He was like, yo, they talking about you in the Don Diva, whatever. So shout out to Popsy for bigging me up in that Don Diva article. But Gans was asking a lot of questions about a lot of street shit. Now, when you're in the penitentiary, you don't be asking niggas certain shit. But Gans was being a journalist at the time, and nobody understood what he was doing. Fast forward 13 years later, 2025, Gans got his weight up not only as a journalist, but as a videographer, a producer, and a director. He's out there doing a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out on him for just completing that Son of Jesus project. Yeah, they just wrapped the Son of Jesus up. I mean, not Son of Jesus, my bad. The Puerto Rican Jesus project. That's the Puerto Rican Jesus project that's produced by the Son of Jesus. My boy Gans worked on that. My boy Gans was the journalist. He was the one who did all the interviewing. So shout out to Gans. You know what I'm saying? Also, he got a banger coming. He got a banger coming. He got a banger coming. He got the Shamik, a.k.a. the real 50 Cent documentary coming. And it's going to be a smoker. Listen, it's going to get real spooky for a lot of dudes when they drop that joint, son. Because he interviewed all the realest niggas out of Fort Greene. And they going to give it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to get spooky for some of you old heads out there. It's going to be getting real spooky when they do the 50 Cent documentary. But I hope the Puerto Rican Jesus project is a success. I hope the real 50 Cent project is a success. Because I'm knocking on a door. I'm knocking on a door with the World documentary. Indeed, it's going down, son. And I'm going to get with Gans and we going to make that shit pop. So the World documentary is definitely in discussion. And I look forward to bringing that to y'all. Like, only exclusive content, son. I'm not going to be wasting my time on YouTube doing nonsense. It's got to be exclusive. You understand what I'm saying? It got to be exclusive. Yo, listen, I don't know what they doing more out there. Are they talking more about the government shutdown, or are they talking more about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? That goes to show you where people's minds is at. Y'all more concerned about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B as opposed to this government shutdown. They closed the government down on October 1st, the first of the month, which means a whole lot of people couldn't pay rent. And I'm telling you, it's going to get real nasty out there. So y'all need to pay attention and focus on what's going on in politics, what's going on in your community, and what's going on with your families. Because a lot of people gonna need your assistance out there with the government shutdown. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But like I said, man, it's only exclusive content here at the Real Big Fruit Podcast. and I wanted to elaborate on the fact that YouTube is a gift and a curse. It's been nothing but a gift and a curse for Big Fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the gift was I was able to shed a light on myself and get myself out there to the masses. I was able to also bring my hood with me. You know what I'm saying? LG is on the map officially because of Big Fruit. You know what I'm saying? I put LG on the map, hard body, and I continue to do that. So it was a gift. But we all sat back and watched the curse. We all sat back and watched the hate. We all sat back and watched the people who wanted name off the fame. We all watched that. You know what I'm saying? But what I didn't expose to y'all was the fallouts I had with people. You know what I'm saying? The disappointments I have with some people. Like, yo, listen, man. Like I told you, I was on the phone with the homie T-Bone last night, man. He couldn't believe the fallouts I expressed to him. He was asking about certain dudes, and I was like, nah, son, we don't rock no more. And he like, what happened? I said, YouTube. What do you mean? YouTube. A lot of people disliked the fact that Fruit was on YouTube. A lot of people wanted in. A lot of people wanted to rock with me, but they were scared to say it because, oh, yo, I don't do the internet. So instead of getting with me, they chose to talk about me. They chose to talk about me. They chose to hate on me. But like I said, son, I hear everything. I see everything. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, and I see y'all. It's a bunch of y'all in the building with no likes. See, this is the shit I be talking about. Y'all need to smash the like button and show me that y'all appreciate what I bring to y'all. Because y'all don't. Y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit here and be quiet for the next 10 seconds. And I'm going to see if y'all up the ante on the like button. It's 15 of y'all in here with 5 likes. That means 10 of y'all just sitting here. If you don't fuck with me and you don't like me, why are you here, man? That's the shit I don't be understanding, sir. Like, if I don't rock with a dude, I don't follow him. I don't watch him. I don't talk about him. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I never used to watch certain people's videos when they used to make videos about me. I don't fuck with that nigga. I ain't watching that. Yo, you gotta watch the video and study the ops. Internet niggas is not my ops, man. Internet niggas is not my ops. Trust and believe that, son. Trust and believe that. They are not my ops, man. But like I said, YouTube is a gift and a curse, man. And sometimes I just don't have the energy for this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not a motherfucker who wake up every day and gotta get to YouTube and do YouTube and get on the internet and look for stories to talk about on YouTube. Nah, son. I just go with the flow, man. I say what's on my mind and speak from the heart and tell you what it is and what it ain't. And I think a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are on YouTube and they're characters. They're characters on YouTube. Big Fruit's not a character. Big Fruit's a real person. A lot of people know who Big Fruit is. A lot of people brush shoulders with Big Fruit. A lot of people broke bread with Big Fruit. A lot of people shed blood with Big Fruit. They know who Big Fruit is, son. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing phony about Fruit, none of that. Anything you need to know about Big Fruit, you can find out. If not from me, you can find out from others. You understand what I'm saying? One thing Big Fruit has never been is a liar. Another thing Big Fruit's never been is a sucker. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't even gonna start none of that shit, because it ain't what it is. Big Fruit is not a sucker. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just here this morning to let you know YouTube is a gift and a curse, bro. And you need to pay attention to YouTube. And you need to pay attention to YouTube. Because let me tell you something. Social media, it doesn't only allow you to be seen and heard. It also allows you to watch. And I watch everything, son. I watch everything. I watch everything. And like I said, it breaks my heart to see how people really, really feel about Big Fruit, man. It is so sad. The hate is real out there, son. The hate is real. You know what I'm saying? New York City, crabs in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? The rotten apple. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see the next man get ahead above them. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we cool as long as I'm here and you here. We cool. We cool as long as I'm getting more money than you. Let us start getting the same amount of money, or let me get more money than you. you'll see how cool we really are. I'm telling you, man, niggas is funny style. Niggas is funny style. And that's real talk. What's up with these comments? Son did infamous times due to 50 stories some years ago. Bro, all I can say, don't feed bad. I am an OG. I respect the real one. No question. Everyday media, what's popping? Yo, Rob, man, what's popping? Memphis is in the building. You winning, son. Fuck the haters, keep growing. Listen, man. You gotta speak on the hate, son. You gotta speak on it, because if you don't expose the hate, people will mistake the hate as love. Nah, not fruit. I'm not mistaking no hate as love, son. I'm calling niggas out, son. You's a hater. You's a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm calling niggas out. Real talk. But like I said, man, I come through here for 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is and say what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? And right now, YouTube is a gift and a curse. So pay attention to what's going on YouTube, man. Half the shit you see on YouTube ain't real. The other half, the shit you see on YouTube ain't true. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. But people created their lane in social media, and a lot of people flock to the bullshit. A lot of people would rather be entertained with lies than hear the truth. That's the sad thing about YouTube. A lot of people want to be entertained by the lies, and they don't care about the truth. That's sad. Not just on YouTube. That's a sad thing in real life, man. That's a sad thing in real life. I'm more concerned with the rhetoric bullshit and the lies, as opposed to me being concerned with the truth and the informative information out there. That don't make sense, people. It really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I give you food for thought. You do the dishes, and you tell me what it is. Once again, it's your boy Big Fruit. You know how I do. I come through 6 minutes, Dougie. I say what it is and say what it ain't. And right now, it's all about YouTube being a gift and a curse. You gotta know how to recognize when the hate is real. Listen, until next time, man, y'all be easy. I'm up out of here. Salute.